Incredible flavours, even better stories. One pour, 10 minutes. Aussie bourbon lovers sharing bourbon with Australia.
Very good. What are we pouring, H?
Well, you tell me, Dave.
Oh, see,
You're the one who's got all the knowledge about this one.
I feel like before we hit record, we should do that thing where I say to you, if you pop it, I should introduce it, or you should ask me, or whatever. We should plan that out.
We should plan. No, this
what are we,
this
60
podcast
episodes
is
in?
completely unplanned.
It's unscripted. All we know is we're going to drink a bottle of something, or open a bottle of
A
something.
glass. We're going to open a bottle and drink a glass. What are we drinking today, Dave?
So this is a Booker's. So for people playing at home, this is actually the 2301, and it's called Charlie's Batch, I'm pretty sure. Cheers. Booker's, oh, it smells amazing.
Yeah.
The story about Booker's, let's begin with this. I've known about Booker's for a while, and I've had a little bit of an aversion to
To it.
Yeah. You need to listen closely because I've got a story to tell, H.
Right.
I've had a bit of an aversion to kind of getting into the Booker's because it's a Jim Beam bourbon
So why do you have an
made by
aversion?
James B. Beam. Well, in Australia, the Jim Beam White Label is that it's the one bourbon that everyone's had, or almost if you've had a bourbon in Australia, you've probably had a Jim Beam White Label.
Had it in a can with Coke.
Yeah, or you've had it poured out of that kind of square bottle. And, you know, as a bourbon with a mixer, it's fine. But when you're young and you have too many of them and have a bad night, you'll remember it. And so you get stuck with this thing. So Jim Beam has got a terrible reputation of being not necessarily a good thing to drink. So I was really nervous about
Like
what
bad
the
memories. Brings back bad memories.
Bad memories. It's kind of like got kind of bad connotations in that same way. So I was really nervous about this idea of what could this be. So this is Booker's. Gets a massive rap in the US
Yep.
by people who know more about bourbon than Australians. And,
It's not hard.
well, and it's actually really good. We only cracked it the other night.
So it's redeemed the James Beam name in your books, Dave.
This is exactly right. So there's a story, right? What is Booker's? Well, Booker Noe, the Noe family, N-O-E, the Noe family is...
Oh, it's delicious.
It isn't it good? Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, Booker Noe, you know, bourbon sales are down in the 1980s.
Yep.
This is when, the same time when at Buffalo Trace, or whatever it was called at that time, they're looking at how do we do something else, and they invent Blantons.
Yep.
Well, over at the James B. Beam Distilling Company,
Yep.
Booker Noe goes into his favourite rick house. The story goes that he goes into his favourite rick house, which is, I can't remember. Does it say? I can't remember. And he kind of bunkers down and he finds that there's the middle of the rick house has the barrels that he wants.
That's where the good stuff comes
Well,
from.
that's what he's kind of deciding. And I suppose that's him and a barrel thief just working the rick house trying to find
And
where
the
his best
flavours they
stuff is.
like, yeah.
Yeah. And can you imagine how much fun that would be? The story, this isn't true. It's not true, but the story is that he goes in 1980 and he comes out in 1988. Can you imagine how much fun that would have
that's
been?
not true, Dave.
Well, I don't know. I just feel like it's a bit rough around the edges that one poor bloke is stuck in a rick house, just him and a barrel thief in a dirty glass, just working the...
I don't know if they would have been stuck in there, but, you know, maybe over the course of those
I don't think there's
years-
toilets in there. I think, you know, where
I
did
was
he
more like,
sleep?
where's the warm place to sleep?
Okay. Did someone kind of knock on the door and slide some food under the...
But during those years, he obviously was searching for great barrels.
I reckon it sounds much better if he was actually locked in there. That would be fun. Anyway,
You'd volunteer to do that, wouldn't you, Dave?
I probably would. Anyway, so it's called Booker's because it was what he did. It's got that distinctive black wax seal. And actually I saw there was a brown wax edition that was kind of, there was a couple of bottles of that floating around at KBF last year. So every now and again they do like a special something.
Edition, yeah.
But that's what Booker's is. And it really what provoked me to buy this bottle at all, because you know how I said I had this idea of this aversion to it,
Yeah.
is Stace, one of our friends came in and looked at our whiskey library and said, are you ever tempted just to bring in just like a Jim Beam White Label and put it on the shelf? It's like, no, I'm not really interested in having a Jim Beam White Label on my shelf because I just don't like it, you know, of the expressions because I've had that run-in with it. But then I was like, well, maybe I should have.
A Booker's. Oh.
You should try what good stuff from Jim Beam tastes like.
So this is like a really healing bourbon for you, Dave. It's like,
Wow.
it's it's helped,
It's
you
interesting.
know, rectify that, you know, bad reputation or association you have with being a teenager and Jim Beam and
Maybe.
headaches and waking up feeling awful the next day.
Maybe. I tell you what, I wouldn't ever put this with Coke. Among other things, this is 63.3%, 120, what is it, 126 proof, 125.6 proof.
You don't need to. It doesn't have, some bourbons have like a real bite and you're like, whoo, like this is so smooth afterwards, but still really, really rich.
It is a banger. And have a look at that colour. That is a glorious
I
colour.
love a dark colour. It's like a really deep maple syrup. It's got that real caramel taste.
Yes.
And no burn. Like often with a high alcoholic content, I get that burn.
Little bit of
This
heat
is
from
like
it.
smooth and delicious.
Well, interestingly, you made fun the other day. Not made fun, but you made a joke about the fact that
Doesn't
James
sound like
Summerlett, with his Fernhill station, had the number of months on the bottle.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly how many months it was. This one is 7 years, 1 month and 8 days.
I love it when they get
Aged.
really specific.
So specific. And it's nicknamed Charlie's Batch. Can I tell you about Charlie?
Oh, yes.
Charlie Hutchins
Yeah.
is the guy who came up with the wooden box. If you've seen these...
Because
if
it
you've-
comes in a nice wooden box.
with that kind of Perspex kind of plate that slides down the front of it. Yeah. Well, not all of them do, but some books come in those boxes. And then the other great thing is that they do classify where the juices come from because of the story.
Oh, like which rick house and which barrel and
Indulge me, it'll only take 30 seconds. There's five locations. We say it's 5 barrels.
does it say on the bottle where they come from?
It's 5 locations. So there must be a few barrels in each of these locations. What was your question, sorry?
Oh, does it say on the bottle? Oh, no, it doesn't say.
No, you need to do a bit of digging. 3% came from the 5th floor of the 7th story of Warehouse Q. Sorry, I've made that sounding confusing. 3% came from the 5th floor of the 7-story Warehouse Q. 17% came from the 4th floor of 7-story Warehouse G. 24% came from the 4th floor of 7-story Warehouse Z. On that same one, 27% came from the 5th floor of the Warehouse Z, which still has 7 stories. That didn't change. 29% of it came from the 5th floor of Warehouse 1, which
So you
is
really
also
get
7 stories.
an exact location of where your bourbon has come from.
Well, yeah, they're
Which
all 4th and
barrels?
5th stories, I suppose, of the warehouses. I mean, how good would you have to be? This is where Booker really is so good at what he does, or what he's doing. But
But I wonder how often that changes. As in, do they replace the barrels there and know that that's going to make some really good Booker's bourbon, or is the next round going to be different, like places in different warehouses?
no, they're all different. Yeah, they're different. Each batch is different. So this 2301E or whatever it is,
Yeah.
is going to be different to the other one. Yeah.
Yeah. So they really source the good stuff.
Well, they don't source it. That is still it.
Oh,
no,
you're
no,
confusing me
yeah,
now.
no.
They really go through their warehouses and find the good stuff to
Yeah.
make a Booker's.
Yeah, I think they really do. Yeah, and it's pretty good, right?
Yes, I really, really like it. But how easy it is to get a bottle and where can I get more, Dave?
How easy it is?
How easy
It
is
is-
it to get a
it-
bottle
it
and
is
where can I
easy.
get more?
It's easy. You can get more online, probably. I'd say. I reckon I got this one from our mate at Celebrations Bourbon, but I reckon you can find other ones that are bottle that.
But
will have
easy
one of those.
available in Australia.
Yep, you can definitely get it. And this is this thing, because it's a James B. Beam product, they're
Yeah.
actually relatively easy to get. There's a Baker's over there that's also in the same category, which I also got for that same reason about what Stacey
Here's
said
the
about my
question.
collection. Uh-oh.
After drinking your Booker's, will you put a white label James Beam bottle on your shelf, Dave? Are you healed?
You crack yourself up. I think I'm not interested in putting a white label Jim Beam on my shelf because I
But
don't.
it's such a great name and such a big influence in the world of bourbon. And they make really good stuff.
Yeah, but I feel like what Fred and Freddie and Booker they've done, and the Baker's bottles are so good. I think I'm more interested.
You don't want
I think
the
the
stuff they sell to the
healing
masses.
H has instead come from being okay with just because your entry level stuff that you're making a lot of doesn't necessarily tick the box of what I need. You're gonna have other better stuff, like
Yeah.
all of these brands. Really, the only for me, can't say that. I won't say the only, but definitely one of the ones that it does such
Making
amazing
big claims
stuff.
now.
One of the distilleries does really good stuff at their very entry level place. Is Michter's, is that
Yeah.
and Maker's Mark, but their entry level bottle is still a jolly good bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, and Buffalo, I really like Buffalo Trace too. Actually,
You just
There's
like
gonna
bourbon in general, Dave.
Elijah Craig's really good. Old Forest is good. All right.
He's healed.
But just Jim Beam, I don't know if I am. I'm not sure I am.
Yeah. We'll work on getting a white label Jim Beam up there next to our delicious tasting Bookers. And if you can get a Bookers, I highly recommend because it's really delicious.
Good. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you're connected with us on TikTok, Instagram and YouTube, and stay connected with us by clicking subscribe on your favourite podcast app.